It's my one life, and I give it everything I got. I am music. I am sports. I am the culture. A quick news break. We yours truly. I'm the one and only. I go by the name of Mr. TALIAFERRO. Please make sure you're following your boy. It's on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's simple. It's all at It's Mr. TALIAFERRO. If you have not checked out some of my lower thirds, that's usually at the bottom of the screen on my videos, it shows you what episode we're on. This is something that I've implemented at the start of the new year. Just something new I wanted to do with the brand. That way, when we're doing like giveaways and certain milestones, we can attach them to episodes. I think we're like at episode 16, 17 now. Y'all know TALIAFERRO'S. I'm thousands of videos in on this platform, but since the start of the year, we wanted to kind of do the episode thing now. That's why you've seen certain shifts in the platform, trying to give y'all a video a day. That's the goal. And then we kind of just put everything into one episode and go as such. So just make sure you tap in, stay in tune with what episode we're on. It's going to benefit you down the line with giveaways and all that great stuff. I want to kick off this news break. We could be in Atlanta, but we're going to take it down to Tampa, Florida. It'll make more sense in a second here. So for those who don't know, Lil Baby is, from what I'm being told, officially working on his next studio album. He was not working on his album a lot last year, from what I'm being told. Lil Baby obviously had the My Turn, then he had the deluxe to the My Turn, both big time projects for Lil Baby. But now we're hearing that Lil Baby's officially in album mode, and he wanted to go to a specific location to work on this project. Where was Lil Baby at? He was in Tampa, Florida. All right, now Tampa, Florida was also the home of the Super Bowl, and I'm assuming it's a nice little area that Lil Baby can get a lot of the project done. I'm hearing that maybe Lil Baby was down there for My Turn, doing some of that music. Don't quote me on that, but I think that was the case. Well, what happens when your spot is blown up by some fans who figure out exactly where you stay?
Come outside to a whole mob. You can't come back there. We gotta get a whole new house.
Well, Lil Baby got the hell up out of there. He wasn't gonna stay there too much longer. He said they already blew up the spot. I love when my favorite rappers do exactly what I would think they would do. Like, yo, we see artists nowadays, they just stay in the same spot after people blow up their location. Not Lil Baby, not with everything that's going on in the world today. Lil Baby said, the fans know where I stay, I'm up out of there. And I bet he got the hell up out of Dodge. Random, while we're talking Lil Baby, I'm also hearing that Lil Baby believes touring won't go back to normal until 2022. So if you are a fan of Lil Baby, expecting to see him in a show, in some capacity, in a concert this year, obviously as we're still in the pandemic, do not hold your hopes high for it. Apparently Lil Baby is not really looking forward to shows all year. His mind is focused on touring and concerts going back to normal 2022. I do think that's valuable information to know about one of the biggest rappers in the game, all right? Speaking of concerts and shows, you're the biggest rapper in the game. People want to see you. It's just how much can get you out of the house. I'm sure there's a price tag that could get Lil Baby out of the house today, right? Let's see if former NFL star Chad Johnson is willing to pay it. Apparently, Chad and his beautiful daughter were having a conversation about her birthday party that's coming up, and it looks like she wants to book Lil Baby for her party. You can see Chad and his daughter were talking. Chad's in blue, the daughter's in the white text. She said she wants to see Lil Baby. He said, you got Lil Baby money? These people ain't free. The daughter told Chad, you come on now, fellas, y'all know y'all can't tell your daughters no. The daughter told Chad Johnson, go see the prices. We can go half and half, all right? Now, I don't know what this young lady's bank account is on. Hey, maybe Chad Johnson take care of the family in a nice way, all right? Chad Johnson's got it. He's a former NFL star. This dude was a Pro Bowler back in his day. I've met Chad Johnson before. Good dude, by the way. Fashionable guy. Cool dude. A FIFA playing guy. So, somebody in the comment sections on Twitter, I guess Chad doesn't really follow social media like that. He doesn't know how much Lil Baby charges for a show. So a fan tweeted at Chad Johnson, who clearly didn't know that, they book Lil Baby. He claims it's $200 at occasion. And I'm pretty confident Chad had no idea that if that's the type of money that he would likely have to pay if he wanted to get Lil Baby in concert. This fan also said, yo, for $500, I'll get my stud sister to come down and rap her songs for your daughter. Hilarious, bruh. Yeah, I don't know if Chad Johnson is going to pay that $200,000 to see Lil Baby. That might have been pre-pandemic prices too, bruh. Price might have went up, man. Lil Baby is still one of, if not the hottest rapper in the game today. I want to keep this news break going with Wack 100 and Meek Mill. We talked about them on the platform yesterday. So over the weekend, Meek Mill obviously got caught by Tekashi 6ix9ine, a known informant. Tekashi looked like he wanted all the smoke with Meek Mill over some previous comments that was made. I believe Tekashi wanted to call the bluff on Meek Mill the gangster. I think that's what he was trying to do. Look, do I believe Tekashi was going to ever do anything to Meek Mill? Absolutely not. Was he enjoying the circus that he was creating on social media? Absolutely. All right, Meek Mill claims that he feels like Tekashi 6ix9ine was a part of the feds or the police trying to get him locked back up. Wack 100 hopped in. We posted about it yesterday. Check out that episode. Wack 100 flatfoot said he felt like Meek Mill, being the person that has talked a lot of gangster-ish in his music, if somebody runs up on you like that, talking that greasy to you, you got to take care of your business. Wack and Meek, they're going back and forth. It's continued. I just want to update you on that bad boy. Meek Mill responded to Wack's comments yesterday by saying, "You a old nigga that be fighting online. LOL, I still want to test you from that nip shit. I know you not really built. You be trying to manipulate dudes to ride for you. You posted me 3 times on Valentine's Day, you old nigga, jealous of us young, successful niggas. DM me your number, Wack, and we can meet when you got time. You a pussy. You don't push your tool. You an internet dude for sure. I'm not one of these industry dudes that's fake scared of you. I'm from Philly. You better go group some niggas up for me or something because you not really built like you talk. Why would I not pull up? Who the F are you? You not a killer. You be on the net all day. Why wouldn't I? You pussy in our book, nigga. You just a hot nigga that talk on the net. You just got hit up and shut the F up and go get back active." Wack responded to those comments, obviously, by saying Meek Mill don't want to fight him. He won't even get in the ring with me. That's facts. He records phone calls, and we both know he ain't gonna pull up. I don't know the clown like that. And that is all that Wack had to say about that. I'm sure Wack's posted like 1,004 more posts. I just had not checked them out yet. So Wack's premise is Meek be selective choosing who he wants to bully. And Meek is claiming Wack ain't built like that. Also, Meek posted some audio from Wack 100 talking about people over. I guess Meek and Wack got on the phone a couple years ago. And they apparently were trying to hash out some differences they had involving the game. But it looks like Meek was recording that phone call. Benny the Butcher kicked it off by saying the snitch rapper trying to get niggas caught up and y'all think it's cool. And I saw Durkio also add, the goal is to not go to jail. So y'all would never see me do tough shit on the internet to look street. I am the street. So obviously that was Benny and Durkio, who I hear Meek and Durkio got some records on the way as well. I'm looking forward to that. Taking up for their guy, Meek Mill. I know for a fact Durk and Meek are super tight, and Durk saying, look, Meek ain't gotta do that on the internet to prove he's tough to nobody. And Durk saying he is the streets. All right, the voice of the streets. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that one. Let's move on from the streets back to social media. I saw the entrepreneur, the queen herself, B.Simone, was trending online yesterday for some comments she made, not about men, but about the ladies. Y'all check this one out.
We're manifesting love. But here's a little challenge. We got all these things we want in a man. A list of things. He got to be tall. He got to be dark. He got to be handsome. He got to have pretty teeth. He got to be a family man. He got to be financially stable. He got to be rich. He got to be successful. He got to be all these things. And we ain't even half the things on that list. He got to be a family man. You talk to your mama in 6 months, but you want him to be a family man. He got to be financially stable. Your account is in the negative, ma'am. Overdraft fees. He got to have a job. You need to go fill out some applications because you're still unemployed. He got to have pretty teeth. You ain't seen a dentist in 6 years. He got to have a six-pack and be in shape. You can't even walk up a flight of stairs without huffing and puffing. Get your life together. This whole list that he got to be. You ain't even half the things on that list. So this is what I challenge you to do so we can manifest love all 2021. Make that list of that perfect dream man that mind. Then, what I did, make a list of the type of woman he would need right by his side. You want him to be in shape? You need to get to the gym. Equally yoked. You want him to be financially stable? Well, you need to start saving. Because you can't keep a dime to your name. Huh? You want him to be a family man? Call your mama. You become a family woman. Heal your traumas before you put on him. You want him to be patient. Patience is thin. You want him to be understanding. You the least understanding person in your circle of friends. But he gotta be understanding. Fix you. Fix you. Whatever you want, become that. He gotta be in shape. You eat chips every day. You heal. Let's become the person we want to attract. How about that? Huh?
Every time I look online and see what's popping nowadays, to me, it's not a correct depiction of real relationships and real love. I'm talking about the real ones out there. So I ain't see nothing wrong with what B.Simone said. Obviously, I'm biased because I'm a guy, but the new wave nowadays is the guys gotta be able to pay all your bills out the gate. Like, I be seeing people post like, yo, he can't even holler at me if he ain't talking about paying the bills first. Like, all right. Look, to each his own. I'm not knocking it. Somebody gonna call me broke in the comment section. I'm not that. But hey, to each his own. Maybe relatively speaking, I am broke. I ain't mad at it. Yeah, I just don't see relationships go the way social media tells you that they go. That's just not what I see out here in the real world. Y'all let me know what y'all think about B.Simone's comments calling out women to at least be half of what they want in a guy. Swing over to Moneybagg Yo. Moneybagg Yo was another person that was trending online yesterday. They were twaxing him a little bit as well for some comments that he made about the pandemic being a blessing in disguise. He said, I feel like the pandemic helped a lot of people. Not gonna lie, I made a couple M's in the pandemic. I don't want it to end is the part that got him in trouble. Yeah, Moneybagg had to walk back those comments earlier today. He said, I apologize to everybody I offended. My comment was very insensitive. It was not my intent to hurt anyone. And I don't want to specifically talk about Moneybagg Yo. Y'all know he's one of my favorite rappers. But I want to say this generally speaking, because I've heard that type of rhetoric a lot through the pandemic. Yo, the pandemic been a blessing in disguise. Yo, the pandemic actually got dudes up. Let me be clear. There are a lot of people who ain't never won that's winning during the pandemic. I want to be clear about that. Like, I'm not even just talking about the scams and all that. There are some people who've been able to keep their jobs. They're winning right now. But I want those people to understand the reason why you're winning, the way this country's set up, for you to win, there has to be a poor. You do understand that, right? And a lot of times the poor is your own people. I just think it's insensitive for anybody to come out and say, yo, pandemic really kind of lit. I want this to keep going. I know a lot of people who feel that way, by the way. A lot of people say that. I would never say nothing like that. I'm not perfect. And let's be clear. I made more money last year than I've ever made in my life. I made more money last year than I ever made in my life. You would never hear me come out and say the pandemic is a blessing. Like, I don't want it to end, bro. People are dying. All right. Can we think about life for a second here? People are dying. When's the last time you've been on Facebook? Go on Facebook. I guarantee you don't scroll past 10 posts without seeing somebody saying, yo, I'm burying my family member. I'm burying my pops, my mom, my significant other even. Like, there's a lot of that. A friend, like, yo, there's so much death in the atmosphere. And obviously a lot of it has to be attributed to the coronavirus. But I do believe because of COVID, there are other things that are being affected. Like, yo, you can't get to a hospital as quickly as you can because of the pandemic factors and all that. Like, I just think it's an insensitive thing to say. I would never let that come out of my mouth. I come from nothing for real. And I just can't. When you've been broke before, for me, I always think about being at my brokest place. Like, and that never leaves my mind. That makes me go harder. And I always empathize with anybody that might have less than me. That's not how I give it up on this platform. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Moneybagg Yo's coming. Maybe you agree with him. I'm not knocking anybody that does. It just sounded a little insensitive to me, and I think that's why Bag apologized for him. Moneybagg Yo's ex-girlfriend, Megan Thee Stallion, had to hop online and let everybody know she's okay after some type of video went viral yesterday. And apparently in the background, you can hear Megan arguing with somebody, some guy that she maybe's dating right now. I don't know who Megan Thee Stallion is dating. They're saying it's the party Fontaine artist. I don't know that to be true. I ain't trying to, you know what I mean? I don't know that to be true, but I've seen them online being very affectionate over the last few days. Megan was in the background screaming with somebody apparently, and she did hop online too.
Yo, y'all got 5 seconds before I come through the door. Oh.
She's literally using
Everybody else. Excuse me.
To clean it up. Megan just celebrated her 26th birthday, by the way. Happy born day to you, Megan Thee Stallion. She said, I'm healthy. I can take care of myself. My friends and family love me. My boo love me. He mad at me right now, but he still love me. Shit, Beyonce love me. I'm just happy and blessed. Somebody hit Megan and was like, yo, I can't believe she was going to end up in the health field. Thank God she chose rapping. Megan said, ma'am, I'm about to graduate in the fall and they still going to open my facility. Hope you get them retweets, though. They swore I wasn't going to get that degree. Psych. So as long as Megan Thee Stallion is okay, that is all I care about. I really don't care about who the heck she's dating. People argue in relationships. That is something that definitely happens. I think Megan has a problem with the people that are around her. Because every time something happens, it seems like the cameras are always recording in Megan Thee Stallion's humble abode. Speaking of Megan, the baby was a recent guest on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast with Gilly and Wallow. And the baby was asked about Mego. We obviously know the two have linked for some hit records in the past. Obviously the Cash-ish record, and then lately that Crybaby record off Megan's new album. So Wallow and Gilly asked the baby straight up and down, would you ever consider a project and or dating one Megan Thee Stallion, since y'all seem to have good chemistry? Check out the baby's response.
If you and Megan Thee Stallion, is y'all gonna do a project together?
We make dope music. I mean, it's definitely, it's definitely on the table as an option. It could definitely happen.
Being that both of y'all single, you ever thought about shooting your shot?
We ain't never. I'm a businessman. You know what I'm saying? So I got up out of there.
He got up out of there quick.
I got out of there. I got on that. I'm a businessman. You see what I'm saying?
But it's not hard.
Yeah, the baby got up out of there quickly, didn't he? He said, yeah, we ain't going there. By the way, congratulations to the baby. I remember when he popped onto the scene like 2-3 years ago. Man, this dude used to walk around in a pamper. His name was Baby Jesus. The baby used to walk around with a diaper on. And to see him now go, apparently he's $300,000 a verse. To see this gentleman have all the success that he's having, for me, from afar, I love to see it. I love to see, especially from the South too. What up, Charlotte, North Carolina? I love to see that brother get money. Peace and blessings to him. I know he's still mourning the loss of his brother. All right, let's swing over from North Carolina. We're going to take it down to Florida. Kodak Black, the project baby. A video went viral of him last week. We posted and talked about it on the platform, in which apparently a beam was on him. The fans were telling me that, yo, you could clearly see this beam on Kodak Black. All right, I'm going to let y'all have that one. I still don't really see it much. I don't think it's a beam. But, yeah, his security. Kodak's got this new security, and they dragged him the hell up out of that venue immediately after that. Hey, man, do your job. Get me out of trouble. That's what I pay you for. Keep me out of trouble so I can make money for you and your fam. That is the reality of what Kodak needs right now. Kodak went on his social media to explain just exactly what happened in the most Kodak vocabulary possible. Check it out.
Niggas like on some crazy like Instagram, crazy like phone effect shit, like putting beams on my clothes and shit, like had a beam on me, like I'm saying, like, man, listen, man. nobody ain't even gonna let their mind, nobody brain ain't even gonna register like that. Like, let me put a beam on Yak. Know what I'm saying? But I'm happy though. I'm in a happy space. Know what I'm saying? It ain't none of y'all business what I'm happy for. And shit, I be seeing all this little crazy shit. Like y'all, whatever y'all thinking. I'm gonna let y'all think whatever y'all thinking. I ain't on no shit thinking about nothing. I ain't go through shit. Know what I'm saying? But anyway, boom. Yeah, y'all playing it. Like what? You know what I'm saying? I'm really like on some shit, like separating entertainment from reality. Entertainment is all this entertainment and social media shit and all this internet shit. You know what I'm saying? And that y'all on. The reality is you niggas not gonna play with me. You know what I'm saying? In real life. You know what I'm saying? I had kind of like lost my way and had started like feeding into this internet shit. You know what I'm saying? Started like going live and had started like responding and had kind of like started like feeding into this internet shit. But it had me like I'm lame vibing. Every time I try to do this entertainment shit, every time I try to like play with you or try to act like, oh, politic with you or try to act like I'm network, or anytime I try to like go against, you know what I'm saying? It be like I be feeling like I be lame vibing, you know what I'm saying? So I don't even play with you, you know what I'm saying? In reality, you know I smush one of you people, man. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. So we separated entertainment from reality. Ain't nobody put no meme on me and shit. I was some crazy effect. The girl said a real video, and she was mad that y'all did that to my jacket.
And since Valentine's Day just passed, fellas, it's okay to love your lady again. All you dudes out there that dumped y'all chicks right before Valentine's Day and the holidays and all that stuff. Valentine's Day is over. Christmas is over. Thanksgiving is over. You ain't got to go meet the family. It's cool to get your girl back, bro. You ain't got no more holidays coming up for quite some time. Looks like Kodak is trying to bag him one. JT of the City Girls is obviously doing a thing. She's actually a pretty damn good rapper. She's got some pretty damn good verses out in the atmosphere. I want to give her some credit. Not only are people feeling her verses nowadays, they're feeling her look. She's come home from prison and become one of the Instagram darlings. And it looks like she's caught the eye of Kodak, who's only been home a couple weeks, but he knows what he wants. He's shooting his shot at JT of the City Girls. Check it out.
This right here, I'm on JT on him. On this right here, that City Girl JT say. During these times, they tend to run from you, but deep inside, I'm who you want, boo-boo. And in my mind, I'm the only one for you. Remember times we used to hunt you. Say in your spine, you can feel the rush, JT. You know I like to make you nut, baby. I'ma need a blunt for this, say crack the dud, chewy. Even though I'm too young for this, I'll eat your butt, your booty. I was out my mind last year, hey, wondering what my life had went, hey, I was out my mind, babe. Hey, wonder what my life went. I can't believe I ran through it from love, your sweet love. Can't believe I really let the drugs get in between us. Life ain't slowing down for me at all right now. I'm saying, oh, now I could be like, say in your spine, you can feel the rage, KC. I'm saying, JT, KC, whichever.
And while we talking the project, baby, it looks like Kodak is showing love to the guy that's the reason why he's home right now. So Kodak was recently a guest on Fat Joe's podcast that he does on Instagram Live. And it looks like Kodak has iced out the hand. And this is paying tribute and homage to former President Donald Trump, who, by the way, was acquitted on the second impeachment trial that he's been through. So Kodak let it be known to Fat Joe, showing love to the guy that got him home. He's iced out the hand.
That's a championship ring, y'all. Kodak.
The ring. You see what?
Let me tell you something, yo, Kodak.
Yeah, you see what it say?
I can't see what it say.
Oh. Hold on.
What it say? I can't see it.
Trump ties.
Trump ties.
Oh, so I gotta do it all over with the votes on that motherfucker.
Then, what it says about Trump?
Then the day of emancipation, the day when the votes are on bell rung. You know what I'm saying?
There gonna be a lot of people who come out and say, yo, how could he ever do this? Why he got Trump on his hand? Like, why is he putting rings with Trump on it? Trump ties? What the hell is a Trump tie? look, bro, I gotta be fair and look at this from Kodak's perspective. All right, just like Wayne. Remember Wayne back in the day? When he was a teenager, he shot himself, and that white police officer was the guy that helped Wayne make it through that situation. And then Wayne was also pardoned by Donald Trump. All right, so in Wayne's mind, he said it before himself. He's like, yo, white America has been great to me. They went to my shows, all that great stuff. And even Donald Trump has been somebody that's great to me. He's a friend of mine. And in Kodak's situation, y'all have to understand why Donald Trump is going to be somebody that Kodak Black reveres for quite some time. I would not be surprised if we see these two in music videos or whatever Trump decides to get his hands into. I'm pretty sure Kodak's going to be right there next to him, because y'all got to understand. 3 weeks ago, Kodak was behind them walls. And one guy said, you know what? I'm going to get him from that situation and give him another chance. You have to understand why Kodak Black has allegiance to Donald Trump right now. You get that, right? I'm not saying I got allegiance to Trump. I'm just telling y'all what it is, all right? I thank y'all so much for rocking out with your boy in this somewhat quick news break. These news breaks, I think they get longer and longer by the day, somebody told me. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the content in the comment box below. We are trying to do an episode a day, man. These things take forever to edit, but I'm super appreciative of the love, the time, and support. Y'all know is what we never take for granted around here. I'm out. Catch full new episodes of FERRO's music-based platform every day only on YouTube at It's Mr. TALIAFERRO. You can also find clips, updates, giveaways, and more on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, also at It's Mr. TALIAFERRO. For all basketball fans, make sure you tune in to FERRO's daily highlights, reports, and commentary on YouTube at HoopsFERRO, and even more updates on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at HoopsFERRO as well.